Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program we'll get all the details about the upcoming Arts Fest celebration here in Quincy this coming weekend. First, though, as always, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, lots of sunshine out there, a few high, thin clouds. It is 74 degrees right now. Should top off in the low 80s this afternoon. Chance for some afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Probably just a shower later tonight, though. Lows will drop off into the upper 50s at lakes for a great day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, just a few clouds around. It'll be more comfortable tomorrow in terms of humidity with highs only in the mid 70s. I think Wednesday looks pretty nice as well with abundant sunshine here, and Wednesday's highs in the lower 70s. Thursday, the clouds will return. Temperature right around 70 degrees. We're looking at a big warm up toward next weekend, but for the most of the week it'll be pretty dry and pleasant. Again, we have sunshine with a few high thin clouds, 74 degrees in Quincy right now. In the news today, the recently approved House version of the state budget includes about $1 million in extras for the city of Quincy. Quincy State Representative Tacky Chan says there is funding provided for public safety and community service organizations.
Again, for season patrols on Walson Beach and Furnace Brook Parkway, this is a project that Bruce Ayers has been working on for many years. He's also got a little bit more money again for the ferry project out in Squatter Park. We worked on some money for Germantown Neighborhood Germantown Neighborhood Center. As you may know, their food pantry and their services in Germantown is really a core human service component. Cohesion Resources has been doing a lot, especially these last 2 years. It's been particularly tough for the Asian community, especially with Asian hate. They continue to do a lot of work. I got some money for a QCAP as well. The delegation, support each other's amendments to help them out in the food pantry. There's $50,000 also for hazmat for Quincy Fire. It's something that we help them on training and equipment on things like that. There's some money for the Fall River Clubhouse playground area down in the Speakers District. Another important community resource inside a neighborhood. So that's fairly important to everybody, obviously, particularly programs that are, literally walk across the street, right?
So the $49.7 billion state budget does include significant investments in healthcare, education, housing, and workforce development. Officials say the budget expands services without raising taxes due to increased state revenue and increases in federal reimbursements. The budget provides Quincy with $21.5 million in unrestricted government aid and $35.4 million in Chapter 70 education funding. The Senate is now considering the budgets. Quincy City Council's Finance Committee this week approved a $16.4 million bond to expand the Pine Hill Cemetery in West Quincy. Officials say the funds will be used to add a total of 13,000 plus new grave sites and cremation sites on a 7-acre parcel of land at the cemetery. The bond would also fund a new welcome center at a cost of $1.1 million. That's something Councilor at Large Ann Mahoney feels is drastically overpriced.
But I'm very concerned because this is extremely expensive. And I think we should be doing it in phases, not just taking advantage of the taxpayers of the city of Quincy, because we are going into uncertain times and the interest rates are going up. And S&P is telling us to be careful. But don't worry, we have excess levy. So guess who we can go back to if we get into trouble? The taxpayers. So let's be careful about what we're doing. I do believe the city of Quincy deserves to have something, but I think we might be still looking at something that's just a little bit astronomical. $1,577 per square foot for a welcome center. I would want to be able to host parties in there.
Proposal also includes a veterans wall and fountain, but it eliminates a holding building and it scales back some of the landscaping, all in an effort to save money. The bond will now be voted on by the full city council. It does need 6 votes in favor in order to pass. Quincy City Council also considering a proposal that would allow other internet companies to provide service in Quincy. Mayor Thomas Koch is asking the council to approve a municipal lighting plant. He says that's the first step in bringing competition to Comcast in Quincy.
So this is like the first step. It's not a total commitment, but it's really preparing us for that time to make the decision whether we want to do it or not. We have a company in now doing a lot of engineering to give us estimates on what the penetration costs will be to reach all homes, and then what kind of participation I think we get from the people out there that would have to buy into it. So it's a decision that I have not made yet. Ultimately, it's something we're doing our due diligence on, but this is a necessary component if we're even considering it.
Now, if the light plant proposal is approved, Quincy voters would then have to approve the proposal on a question which could appear on the state ballot this November. The city would have to build out the fiber optic network, then let other internet companies compete for business in Quincy. Mayor says there would need to be a certain number of subscribers to the new service in order to make it financially feasible. Federal investigators are now checking safety procedures at the Mbta. Following a recent death on the Red Line, the Federal Transit Administration says that they'll be conducting a full-scale safety analysis of the T's facilities, equipment, and procedures, and take on an increased safety oversight role at the T, with inspections that are already underway. The federal probe was prompted by the death of 39-year-old Robinson Leyland of Boston, who was dragged to his death when his arm became trapped in the door of a Red Line train at the Broadway station last month. Investigators also cited the death of a motorist at a Wilmington commuter rail crossing, along with other derailments and collisions, as reasons for launching that federal probe. Governor Baker will be delivering the commencement address at the Quincy College graduation ceremony this coming Friday. Baker will speak during the 11 a.m. ceremony at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Quincy. Baker said he was honored to have been asked to speak and says this will be his only springtime graduation speech this year. Quincy College President Rick DeCristofaro said he was grateful that Baker accepted the invitation to speak to the class of 2022. Mayor Thomas Koch expressed his thanks to Baker, with whom he has had a friendly relationship since the governor first took office back in 2015. Both Baker and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito are not seeking re-election this year. QATV, by the way, will carry Friday's ceremony live. Well, the Dorothy Quincy Homestead here in Quincy will be holding a grand reopening ceremony this Saturday after undergoing a major renovation project. The National Society of the Colonial Dames, which runs the homestead for the state, says the Quincy Community Preservation Fund granted them $131,000, and they secured $6,000 in donations to undertake a major overhaul of that 1680s historic structure. Period-correct paint colors and wallpaper patterns were restored, floors were restored or preserved, and a French drain system was added to control the stormwater around the property. The project was designed to restore the homestead the way it looked back in 1763 when it was owned by Edmund Quincy. A ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held this Saturday at 10:30. Tours on the half-hour begin at 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. monthly. Summer programs will also return this year after being canceled for the past 2 years due to the pandemic. That's our check of news. Coming up, all the details about this weekend's Quincy Arts Fest celebration. That's next. Welcome back. The 24th annual Quincy Arts Fest celebration is coming up this weekend at the Koch Park and Recreation Complex here in Quincy. So right away, there's two differences from past Arts Fest celebrations. It's back in the springtime and it's in a different location. However, some things have not changed, like Linda Santoro and Dan Myers, who are involved in the Art Association for many, many years, and they're here to tell us all about the association and about the celebration. Hey, Linda. Hey, Dan. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Welcome back to both of you. It's been a while, actually, since we've had you in the
Seems
studio.
like 2.5 years, right?
Well, something about that, yeah. Actually, we'll start there then. Linda, Arts Fest is back, right?
It's back in May, not in September, which is different and good. But I'm going to defer all of that to Dan, because he's the Arts Fest guy.
You're the Arts Fest guy, Dan.
Linda is our specialist in the gallery.
Yes.
She's our treasurer. She's our class manager. And so she'll take those questions, I guess.
All right. Well, let's hit Arts Fest first and talk about that. 24th annual, right?
Yes. Although we kind of lost track in the last 2.5 years.
yeah.
I'm not sure what number it is, but it has been about 2.5 years since we had it. And we tried to have it last September, as I recall. We had only 118 entries, and the mayor deemed that wasn't quite enough to run the show. So here we are in spring, which is a lovely time of year. We don't have to worry about hurricanes, which we used to
it's true.
in September. But we have 180 entries. It's very robust. I helped put it up. Very high quality art. Just was judged Saturday. I think we have close to $2,500 in prizes. Best of show for juried and members, and we have a nice photography exhibit. What we don't have anymore is Quincy Art children artwork. We haven't even been able to sustain children's classes during the COVID, but I think Quincy Public Schools has taken that over. I assume that the art teachers there have been able to collect artwork from their kids and have that in another tent or something. But
So there will be a representation from the Quincy
I'm pretty
schools.
sure we will.
Okay, because I know that was one of the concerns of the mayor also.
Yes.
Was that the fall didn't really allow enough
Right.
time. Schools had just started earlier that
We
month.
used to do it always that way, and the teachers would scramble to find the kids that did the work last year and put it up. But I think it should be smoother this year.
Okay, well that's nice. The venue itself, so it's back at the
It's
recreation
original
complex,
site right inside the compound of Parks and Rec, where it always was, and I think we've been over in the ball field, the Adams
Yes.
field, for the last 4 or 5 years,
Yes.
which is nice space.
Yes.
The mayor could have pony rides, bouncy houses, you name it. I don't think, and the Quincy Symphony. So I don't think much of that will be available. There will be performances on a small stage.
Oh, there will be?
Yes.
Oh.
There always was, even in that small space. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's going to go forward.
Okay, well that's nice because I know that was a main attraction for a lot of folks. Bring their families and then just sit down on the lawn there, or bring a chair or a blanket and enjoy.
It'll be a great
all the
family
events.
event. Yeah.
Okay, nice, very good.
I might mention we have 2 interesting demos on Saturday. I believe it's at 1 o'clock. Peter Eng is going to demonstrate martial arts calligraphy. If you can picture this,
I can't.
I think he's going to write in Chinese on a big piece of paper on the ground, Arts Fest 2022 with a giant brush.
Okay.
I'm not sure martial art figures into it,
Okay.
but you won't be hurt, I think.
Okay, there'll be no chopping of boards and
Right,
cinder
just-
blocks or anything. Yeah, okay.
But that should be very interesting. He's an excellent artist.
Okay.
And Linda could even talk about his work over at the gallery. And on Sunday, we'll have a live demonstration. We'll have a model. One of our artists from our life class will be posing outdoors, and we'll bring the life class and we'll draw her portrait. And that's Sunday about 1 to 3, as I recall.
Okay, what are the actual hours of the celebration?
It
Dan?
is 10 to 4.
Both days?
Yes.
Okay.
10 to 4. Saturday.
Free, right?
Free.
No admission?
Absolutely
Yep.
free. Plenty of parking up
Yep.
on Pageant Field and all around. That should be no problem with parking.
Okay. And actually, the long-range forecast looks very nice. Looks kind of hot,
beautiful.
actually.
Yeah, it's a beautiful forecast.
So that should work out well as well. Now, you mentioned that the entries had already been judged. So will there be an awards?
Yes. Well, Friday night, I guess only Ellen and Paul may know who the winners are right now.
From the
They're
Art
putting the
Association.
program book as we speak.
Okay.
Ellen will distribute the awards on Friday night to the artists, and then the ribbons will be on the artwork for the public to see,
Right,
starting Saturday.
Okay. I know an auction is always a big part of it as well.
A raffle, we call it a raffle. Yeah, a lot of artists have donated dozens of nice things to raffle off.
Nice.
And that will be drawn, I believe, at 3:30 maybe Sunday, the
Typically
winners
when
of those.
is done, yeah. Okay. And the proceeds go right back to the Art Association
yeah.
to help with events like this and to subsidize your classes, right?
That's true. We pretty much break even. The registrations that the artists pay for their own awards,
Yes.
So there's, no profit to the Art Association from, the registration money.
Now, you yourself are a sculptor and an instructor as well. Right. Curious, will there be any, do you think, representation of the past 2.5 years of the pandemic expressed in some of the art that'll be
That's a very
presented?
good question. I've seen all the entries.
Okay.
There's no COVID-specific entry that I can remember.
Okay.
But that would have been a good theme.
Well, or even a mood perhaps, or an attitude or a color palette that you see emerging,
That's a very good question. For my own part, I spent most of the COVID doing sculptures in my basement, which we're offering over at the gallery. But yeah, every artist has kind of turned inward, I would say, and you'll see some really nice. They had plenty of time to work.
True, yeah.
And a lot of beautiful landscapes. I bet a lot of them spent some time outdoors.
Any new budding artists that decided, hey, here's my chance, I'm not working right now, or
There
I'm working
sure
from
are.
home.
We have
Yeah, okay.
brand new members. A lot of them entered in, young people, young adults, I should say.
Sure.
And so you'll see a range of, people that started as beginners within a year to highly accomplished art. It's quite a range, and the public should maybe get, maybe I'll take a class, and
Right.
maybe I'll be in the show next
Okay.
year. We hope.
Speaking of classes, they are not finalized yet, but they will be coming?
They'll be coming in
Okay.
June. Yep, we have some good teachers, and maybe we'll have some children's classes as well.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
So we'll get that out by June.
Okay. Still at your High School Avenue site? Or do you
Yes,
it will
we're
be?
still teaching the classes at 26 High School Ave.
Right behind fire headquarters for folks who want
right,
to wear. Okay.
right there.
Okay. So again, it's Arts Fest, May 21st, 22nd, at the Coke Park and Recreation Complex, Marymount Parkway. Quincy, free, come by, 10 to 4 both days, enjoy. Fun, festivity, artwork. Maybe buy a raffle ticket, maybe win a piece of art, you never know.
Or buy a piece.
That's a good point, they're for sale too, also.
Yeah,
Yes.
almost all of them are for sale.
Well, we heard a lot during the pandemic about how folks who are in the public service industry, hospitality industry were negatively impacted, but certainly the arts world, the music world, the world of culture was just as impacted. There were no public performances,
Right.
no public presentations, so,
Amen. Good point. That's a very good point.
the struggling
We're
artist.
glad back to see each other inside of a room.
Right.
For a change.
Exactly, yeah. Will there be any COVID protocols at all at Arts Fest?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Not that I know.
Well, there's
of.
nothing mandated by the city or the state, so,
Yeah.
okay.
I'd say wear a mask if you're concerned.
Certainly, yeah. Okay. But a lot of it is outdoors.
Yeah, and it's in a tent,
Right.
which is also outdoors.
Okay. All right. Over to the Quincy Arts Gallery, Linda.
Well, Joe, we opened in October.
Yeah.
And thanks to the mayor and the city of Quincy, they donated the space for us, and it is magnificent. It is really beautiful. We're on our 6th exhibit right
Already?
now. Yeah, we usually run an exhibit for about 5 weeks, and we started out with our members show, so the members were able to exhibit there for. Actually, we extended that for a couple of months, right through to the holidays. And then we opened up a little merchandise area for the holidays, which we still have, that we sell artisan pieces, jewelry, pottery, prints, or small original paintings, more affordable maybe items than some of the artwork hanging on the walls. And that was a big hit, and so we kept it. We still have our little gift shop
Nice.
within the gallery. And we had Leslie College come, and their photography students, their senior class. We filled up one wall with their pieces, and that was a great show. It was good to have other people come in, not just the Quincy Art Association members. Then we had Edwina Cacci.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful show for her. And then new members. And I think because of the visibility of the gallery, people just walking by, they were like, I think I want to join.
Well, for
So-
folks who don't know, it's at the Monroe Building, right on the Hancock Adams
Yes,
Common. So
right.
it's the main thoroughfare to the Quincy Center T Station
It
and
really
City
is
Hall right there. Yeah.
an amazing location.
Yeah.
We couldn't be happier.
Is it open every day?
No, it's open Thursday through Sunday. Thursday, Friday, 2 to 5. Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 5.
Okay.
We'd love to be open every single day.
Right.
It's just trying to get the people to commit to, we are an all-volunteer organization, to spend the time to sit there.
Okay.
But it's, whenever it's very enjoyable, and Dan's there too with his buddy Fred, so it's very pleasant. It's a nice way to spend the afternoon. People do come in, they're curious, and they love walking around. And some people think, it's it's one of those galleries that they either have to pay to come in or they have to be dressed a certain way. We're not that kind of gallery
Okay.
at all.
The gallery for the people,
It's, yeah.
as it were. Yeah.
Everyone is welcome
Nice.
to come in and just look at all the beautiful artwork that's in there.
What's been the response from the artists to have, a gallery, an actual gallery?
Yeah, they're
in
very
Quincy
happy.
to show their work.
Yeah, they're extremely happy because until we had the gallery, there were only a handful of opportunities for them to display their work,
Right.
right?
Right,
And,
only a few businesses. Or our own building in 26 High School
Which
Ave.
is kind of tucked
which is
away where
way
people
tucked away.
don't know. Yeah, so
It is museum quality now.
It is
after-
museum
Really?
quality.
It is a stunning gallery.
That's
And
nice.
It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. We so fortunate. Before we opened, I had solicited different businesses in the area to help defray the cost
Yeah.
of getting the right lighting, track lighting, to do the artwork justice. And the city was just so generous
great.
in helping us get it open.
And in fact, there is an exhibit there now of watercolors by a special artist. I know you want to talk
Very
about.
special. I'd
Yeah.
love to talk about Marco Vizcarra. He is an amazing watercolorist, and he has generously donating 5 of his paintings to help the effort for Ukraine.
That's amazing.
So the show is called Art for Ukraine.
Okay.
And it's a silent auction that can take place either in the gallery or online.
Oh, all right.
You can bid online for it. And 90% of the proceeds will go to the International Red Cross for
We have
Ukraine.
some examples of his work we can show folks.
That would be lovely.
While
Yeah,
we're telling
they're
us about
just
it. Tell me
beautiful.
about Marco. Is he from Quincy? Or?
He lives in Brockton.
Okay.
He's originally from Peru. And he studied actually as an architect designer.
Oh.
He was a professor in Peru.
Okay.
And then he moved to America in 2009 with his family. And he pretty much self-taught
Really?
himself how to paint. I mean,
You'd never guess these are watercolors. Look at the vivid
they're
colors. Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
They're
and
stunning.
They're stunning. And this past Saturday, we did have a reception where you could meet him. And he did sell 2.
Oh, very good.
Not these particular ones,
Oh.
but we have about 50 others
Oh,
that
okay.
are hanging up
Okay.
in the gallery, that one is more beautiful than the next.
Is that right?
Yes. So I'm sure there will be more as people come in, and we just want to get the word out that it's there. And
until June, is it?
June 19th.
Okay. So
So-
either in person or online, you can bid.
In person, you can see the ones for the silent auction,
Yes.
not the whole gallery.
Okay.
So you have to come in to see all the others.
Okay. All right.
And if you did want to bid on it, it's nice to come and see it,
Certainly. Yeah.
to see it in person. But he just has a way. He's just so meticulous and sensitive and just natural. It just, I've never seen anything like it, and it's just so hard. Watercolor, I'm learning, it's not the easiest medium in the
Most of
world.
us think watercolor is more difficult than oil because you cannot correct it.
It just kind of
the
flows
water
when it
is-
wants to.
Yeah.
It's fluid.
Yeah.
It's just moving.
Yeah. And again, it benefits the Ukraine Red Cross.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Super. Very good.
So.
We can't have a discussion about the Art Association and Arts Fest without talking about Kelly Cobble.
No, we can't.
And the many generous contributions that she made over the years to the Art Association, and how this particular event this year will be very different without her, Linda, I'm sure.
She was the glue that held it together.
Yeah.
She really was, right, Dan?
She certainly was.
Yeah. Will the Arts Fest have a special tribute for Kelly?
Yes, there'll be a special award for her.
Oh, there will? Okay.
Brand new, and maybe it will continue every year. But I worked with her for almost 20 years,
Wow.
and her death was shocking to us, unexpected, and she just held us together through the hardest times,
Yeah.
including COVID. And she's held almost every position in the organization, vice president, president, and she
All at
was
the
on
same time.
all at the same time.
That's right.
She was on the mayor's group to help design the new Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
She gave her all to that.
Yep.
It's
And she was so thrilled when the Arts Gallery opened, I remember.
She was thrilled.
See that as a major accomplishment, so that's great for her family that she'll be remembered and recognized for sure.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you both. Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, Joe.
Have a great celebration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Check the forecast for you again for the rest of the day today. We've got sunshine and mild temperatures up around 80 or so this afternoon. Look out for some afternoon and evening thunderstorms possible. Lows tonight in the upper 50s. Really nice and dry for the rest of the week, though. Tomorrow we've got sunshine, just a few clouds around, comfortable mid-70s. Even more sunshine on Wednesday, and Thursday the clouds start to increase. It'll warm up again by the end of the week. Thanks again to Dan Myers, Linda Santoro for joining us today from Arts Fest. Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. We're off on Friday for the Quincy College commencement. Not back here again until June 3rd with the folks from Quincy Pride. We'll see you then. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a very happy and safe week.